like, when you gonna upload Get Ready With Me, or when you gonna upload a makeup tutorial, and I finally have time to do that now that I am on leave. Start off with a blank canvas. Okay, you just want to start off with nothing on your face at all. As you can tell, my face is pretty clean. I do have a skincare routine that I like to go by, but you can just stick to your normal skincare routine and you should be perfectly fine. I know some people like to start with moisturizers, but I am actually going to start with my primer, which is this Smashbox primer. It is super light, smooth and blur. This is all I use. Sometimes I use my Fenty as well, but I kind of like to use Fenty products with each other, if that makes sense. It all depends on my mood. I think the only thing that I don't use during my, like, outside of my Fenty stuff is, doesn't even make sense. I use my Fenty contour stick, my match stick, with every makeup look. That's the only thing outside of my Fenty, like, stuff that I use with any other makeup look. But I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, just a little bit on your fingertip. That's about it right there. And I just like to apply it to my face, and I rub it all the way in. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my mirror right in front of me, y'all. Alright, now that we have that out of the way, I just like to start with my eyebrows. Eyebrows are very, very tricky. As you can tell, I don't have a lot of eyebrows, so, you know, my eyebrows aren't going to be that tricky. But if you have thicker eyebrows and you don't really have much to worry about. Me, however, I got to do a little something with my eyebrows to keep them looking good. So, as you can tell, I brushed them out with my Morphe spoolie, and like, it's like a half spoolie, half angle brush. And I just brushed my eyebrows out to their, to their shape. And then I'm going to use the Morphe brow pencil in the color Chocolate Mousse. I just bought this little pen like the other day. I think it was like $12 if I'm not mistaken. And I love it. I was using the Benefit brow stuff, and I ran out, and I was like, I want to try something different. So I just decided to go with Morphe, and like it's been working out for me. So when doing your eyebrow, y'all, I'm all over the place, sorry. When you're doing your eyebrows, okay, you want to always remember your eyebrows are sisters, okay? They're not twins. They're not, you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna look identical. Sometimes I like to say my eyebrows are distant cousins, because sometimes they do look very, very different when it comes down to like shape and all that stuff, okay? So don't, get worried or stressed out if your eyebrows don't look the same, as long as they look somewhat even. And you can also, like, whenever you do your shaping, like whenever you do your highlight up under them, it's gonna shape them up anyway, okay? So don't worry about that. Now that your eyebrows are all brushed out, you're just gonna go under one eyebrow, and you just want to follow the shape of your eyebrow, okay? So you just want to go here, and I'm going for more of a natural look. This is a soft glam, okay? So we're not going to fill our eyebrows all the way in. So you're literally just taking you're literally just taking your pencil and you're just gliding across your eyebrow, okay? You're not filling it in all the way, kind of like how you would with your pomade, because that's not what pencils are made for. Pencils are really made for just outlining your eyebrow. And then you just want to take your spoolie and get them right. So this pencil does come with the spoolie, but I kind of like to use this one just because it's bigger. And then you're just going to repeat that step with your other eyebrow. Alright, so next we're just going to shape our eyebrows, okay? I'm using a flat Morphe brush. Their brushes are pretty expensive, y'all. This brush was like $12 as well. But if you love makeup or you are learning to do makeup, you want to invest in, like, I don't want to say expensive things, but you want to invest in something with a little bit of price, because those are the ones that's going to last you the longest, and those are the ones that work the best, okay? So right now I'm just putting, I don't think that's enough. Right now I'm just putting some concealer on the back of my hand. That's just kind of how I do it. It gives me, you know, I just literally just keep going back and forth between my hand and the brush. I am using, I don't even know how to say this, Master Conceal by Face Studio. This is in the color medium. So my friend bought this and she said it was the wrong color, like it was too dark for her, so she just gave it to me. I'm pretty sure you can just find it in any drugstore. But this is the amount that I have on my hand, and you're just gonna take that. I just like to put like a little, I like to put like a little even amount on both sides, and you can never have too much, okay? Because at the end, like, we're gonna bring it down to where our eyeshadow is gonna go. So when you're doing your concealer, you just wanna go under your brow, and I like to swipe down and then go across. So the swiping down just kind of gives you like that full coverage look, I guess, and it gives you more precise. I just messed up my eyebrow, but anyway, don't worry about it, y'all. We can always go back in and fix it. It's probably because I'm talking and doing it at the same time. Alright, and you're gonna do the same thing at the top. Now, I'm about to go back to where I messed up my freaking eyebrow. Yeah. Oh, it ain't even on. Okay. Twist it. And then you just want to fill that in. Boom. Back to being fixed, girl. Alright, so when you're shaping your eyebrows, you don't want to get too close, kind of like how I just did. You want to get close to your eyebrow, but you don't want to touch your eyebrow, okay? And you're just going to smooth that out. And then you're just going to go down with your concealer. You can use a flat brush. I know some people like to use the other, it's flat, but it's kind of like curved, because it kind of goes with the arch of your eyebrow. I have one of those as well, but I used it to do like a different look on my face, and it's not clean right now. So I chose not to use that one. And if you're not good at doing your eyebrows, please take your time. I've kind of mastered the art of the brow, so I don't really have to take my time with my eyebrows, but some people do, and that's fine. I'm not gonna lie though, I do like this brow look over the pomade, just because it looks, oh excuse me, just because, I don't know what just happened there, just because it just looks more natural, like it doesn't look filled in. Now I will fill, I do that one more time, I do fill my eyebrows in when I'm doing like a dramatic look. Hold on, y'all. I keep messing up my eyebrows, girl. I'm over here bragging until I done mastered them. Girl, please. That just shows you that you're not perfect. But anyway, I do fill my eyebrows in with the pomade when I'm doing like a dramatic look. Kind of like if I'm doing a cut crease, or if I'm going out that night, then yeah, I will do like a dramatic look if I feel like it. But this right here is my new go-to when it comes down to the eyebrows. And y'all, if you have to keep going back and forth to do your brows, then do what you gotta do, because we need to get them, like I said, they're sisters and not twins, but you want to at least get them to where they like fraternal twins, okay? So they're not gonna look just, oh, what am I doing? They're not gonna look just alike, but they're gonna be close enough, okay? Alright, now that the brows are done, we're gonna move down to our eyeshadow. So you're just gonna take the rest of that concealer that you have on the back of your hand, or wherever you have it, and you're literally just gonna put it on your eyes. This is kind of how I do it. I just take that flat brush still because it still has some concealer on it anyway, and I just rub it all over my eye. And y'all, for some reason my right eye will take more color than my left eye, so I have to put a whole bunch of concealer on my left eye, more than I would on my right eye. I don't know why my face does that, but it just does that. So whatever. And then I still have some left, but that's fine. Next, we're gonna take, it's just I don't even know where I got this brush from. I think I got it from like a cheap little thing from when I first started makeup. But literally, you could just take any type of blending brush, and you're just gonna take that and you're gonna blend your concealer in. And this is just the base for your eyeshadow. Now, I know a lot of people use eyeshadow primer. I used to use eyeshadow primer as well. But I just kind of stopped. I kind of strayed away from it because with girls of color, like, the color doesn't really pop on us. Now, me, I'm a lighter tone, so sometimes color does pop on me, but sometimes I actually do have to go a little lighter on the concealer. I mean, a little heavy on the concealer, sorry, and so that color can pop. And I just kind of like to go towards my nose. Don't worry about getting concealer everywhere. Your foundation is going to cover it, so it doesn't really matter like how dramatic it looks. I know we look crazy right now, but it's all gonna come together once you get your face done. And you just want to make sure that's all smoothed out. Okay, you want to make sure that's I don't know why my voice keeps going out. It's probably because I had that iced coffee. Every time I drink something cold, my voice just started cutting up real bad. Excuse me. Every time. Alright. So you're going to buff that out. And just kind of, you know, get that all smooth. Yeah. I keep doing this. Now, usually I would start with my Too Faced lip plumper, but I forgot to do that. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to do that. Alright, now to the foundation part. I'm going to be using the 3503 Finish by Nature Morphe palette. I love this palette, y'all. I use it pretty much with all my looks, not even gonna lie. I do have like another one by them. I kind of like it, but it's more fall-y to me. It's not necessarily like a summertime palette. And this is how it looks on the inside. As you can tell, I've used a lot of these different browns. I try to venture out and use like the pinks and stuff. I've never used the green, so I can't tell y'all how that's gonna look. But today we're gonna be today we're gonna be using this color brown right here. I don't know the color of these, like I don't know the numbers or whatever. But if you do buy this palette or you own this palette, it is the third one from the left. Okay, so we're just gonna take this Morphe eyeshadow brush. I don't know the number to it, but it just looks like a regular blending brush, to be honest. And then we're just gonna take that color. So I just kind of like to dab it, blow, and then we're gonna take it, and I literally just like to go in circle motions on my eye. Okay. Now I know some girls kind of like to do like a color that's closer to their skin tone. Me, I went a little dark just because I like you to see that I have on makeup, but I don't want to make it look, you know, super dramatic either. If I were to go for my skin tone, it'll probably be around this color. This one is a little too light, but that would be the color that I would use if I were to aim for my skin tone. And y'all, you just want to cover up all that concealer up under your brow, all of that, okay? Kind of want to exaggerate the arch of your brow, okay? And like I said, my left eye, for whatever reason, does not take color the same way that my right eye does, and you will see what I'm talking about once I fill this in. My skin is just weird. I don't know what be going on. And y'all, there's no such thing as over eyeshadowy stuff, okay? Because you have foundation for a reason. You're just going to cover up all that stuff once we get to that part, okay? And then you just want to repeat the step that you just did. See what I mean? Like, it takes color. Like, it's going to look a lot darker on my right eye than it will my left eye. You can kind of already see. Alright, and that's pretty much your eyeshadow, okay? It's very, very simple. And if you're a beginner with makeup, this is a very simple look for you to start off with. It's very easy for you to catch on to as well, okay? Let me get this hair on my face, because now we're about to move on to our face. Now, as you can tell, I have a lot of dark spots, okay? I like to pop pimples. Most of them are freckles. I don't know if you can really see. I have beauty marks here and there. So in order to correct that, okay, we're going to use the Pro Conceal in the color orange. This is the orange corrector. The way that I like to do it, I already have some on the tip, as you can tell. I just like to take it and I like to draw X's on my face, if that makes sense. So I'll just go here and you can just cover up all the dark spots that you want to cover if you have dark spots. Now I know the color corrector kind of depends on your skin tone, okay? So if I were to be like kind of olivey, I would probably be using the green one. If I were a little on the yellow undertone, which I kind of am, but not too, I'm more red than I am yellow, which is why I use the orange corrector. If you are a lighter tone, like if you have like a yellow undertone, you would probably use the yellow corrector. I don't really know how to use any of the other colors, but that's just kind of how it was explained. Or like if you watch other tutorials, that's kind of how it's explained. But once I do put on my color corrector, I cover all the dark spots that I wanted to cover. I'm just gonna take an angled brush, angled foundation brush. It can be from any brand. This one is an Elf. No, it's Ulta Beauty. I'm sorry. And you just kind of want to smooth that out, because if it's not all the way smooth and it's still wet, it can kind of set in with your foundation. I made that mistake, and it'll make your foundation look kind of orange. I've done that before, and it wasn't fun trying to correct that. Okay, it was not fun. Y'all gotta excuse my wig though, because I definitely rushed putting this thing on, and it probably looked real crispy. But it's still not. You know what? We're gonna fix it. Don't worry about it. It's looking real crunchy at the edges, but whatever. It's synthetic anyway. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so you kind of want it to be dry and kind of pat it into your skin, just so it does not look too, you know, too orange. Alright, now down to the foundation part. I like to use two different foundations, okay, just because my skin is it's very confusing, okay? So like I'm darker here on my neck area, but my face is light, okay? So we're gonna make a good little mix. I'm going to be using the NYX Born to Glow. Yeah, Born to Glow. This is the color beige. Now y'all, I picked up the wrong color. This was not supposed to be the color that I picked up. I actually was supposed to pick up the color that was my actual foundation color, but this was set in the wrong spot, and it kind of does look a little dark like at the front, which is why I thought it was my right color. And then I got home and I was doing my makeup. Y'all, this foundation came out so light and I was mad. I was like, what color is this? It was beige. So I think the color that I wanted to get, I'll have to look it up. I think it was like caramel or something. I don't know. Or something like that. It was close. It was along those lines. But yeah, that's one of the ones that I'm using. This is kind of like a dewy, glowy look. And then I'm going to be using a matte foundation as well. Now y'all, these are drugstore foundations, so if you're, like I said, if you're a beginner and you're looking for something that's not as pricey, you can use those two. And then in this one, this is the Fit Me by Maybelline. I'm just using the color 355 or coconut with those, and I'm actually going to be mixing these two colors, okay y'all? So I'm going to take the beige. I had to make it work, y'all. This foundation was $10. I was like, you know what? We're going to use this beige. And I had already opened it, so I don't know if Ulta would have took it back or not. So you're just going to take a good amount of your lighter color, or if you're just using regular foundation, I'll show you what technique I like to use if you're using anything close to your color. I know for a lot of black girls, we have to mix our foundations just to get like our skin tones, because our skin is just so, like, it comes in just different shades all over, right? And I'm just taking a dab, literally not even a lot. I'm about to show you in a minute. A dab of the other foundation, because I don't want my foundation to be too dark, but I also don't want it to be too light. And then I'm just taking the end of like one of my makeup brushes. It doesn't really matter, and I'm literally just stirring this together, okay? So you just want to mix it. And if you want to make sure it is your color, you can take it and you can just do this. And as you can tell, that is close to my foundation color. And it's going to look a little bit like that. Okay. And then you just want to, I just wipe I have like a little towel sitting right here, so I just wipe the end of my brush off. Ah! That was real dramatic, but okay, girl. Alright. You want to get your hair out of the way, because my hair is like all over the place. But I'm just going to take this Fenty blending brush, girl, a Fenty sponge, okay? And I'm just going to, it is damp, by the way, so I'm just going to take it, dab it in my foundation. And you just going to put your foundation on. You just go rub it on in. Very confusing. So my forehead is a lot darker than the rest of my face. I don't know why. Probably because it's big and it takes up the most sunlight. But I'm gonna show y'all what I do for that, just to make it kind of match my forehead, because if I were to put this color on my forehead, it would look really, really light, and I don't want that. I want it to kind of look like my foundation is my skin, especially because this is a natural look. You know, this is a soft glam. This ain't necessarily nothing crazy, because like I made the mistake of putting my forehead too light, and I look like I was doing drag, which is nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't the look that I was aiming for. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna wipe this off with a little, it's literally just a little cotton pad, y'all. And I want to show you guys, I actually just take the darker color that I used, and I just put a little bit on my sponge. It's not even a lot. It looks like a lot, but it's not. My head big, so. And I just take it and I go here with it, and I just dab it in. I just kind of mix it. I know it looks dark right now, but once I blend it in, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about, because it'll look literally perfect, like it was supposed to be on my forehead. And I'm covering my eyebrows again. My eyebrows cutting up today, y'all. I don't know why, but it's okay. I'm gonna go back and fix it. I don't know what's going on. Let me finish this, and then I'm gonna go back and correct my brows. It's probably because my sponge is too big for the middle of my nose, but it's okay. And you see how I kind of covered up the corners of my eyeshadow with the foundation? That's why I said there's no such thing as as putting too much eyeshadow, because you can always, and if you have to go under your eyes, like once you finish your forehead, that's fine as well, because you're gonna highlight that part anyway, so don't worry about that. I'm about to go back and fix this brow though, because this is not it. And you want to get in the corner of your nose, all up under your eye. Alright, you just kind of want to make it as smooth as you can. Alright, y'all, so I kind of had to fix my eyebrow because I had got some foundation on there. But that's pretty much how my foundation looks. I don't know why did my voice just sound like that? So as you can tell, I mixed those two colors. I mixed the light and the dark for the bottom of my face, and then I just took the darker one for my forehead, because my forehead is a lot darker than the rest of my face. Let me just smooth that out, because that looked kind of blotchy. But you just kind of want to make you just want it to look like your face when you're doing a soft glam, okay? So we're moving on to the highlighting portion, okay? The highlighting, my camera like randomly stops recording. I'm gonna have to figure out why it does that. It's probably the settings on it. But so we finished our foundation like you saw, and now we're doing the concealer. I just took 2 different concealers. I took the Tarte concealer in the color medium tan, and then I took the Born This Way by Too Faced concealer, and I used it in butterscotch. And I just kind of put the medium tan in 3 different spots, and then the butterscotch in between those 2. And we're just going to take a damp beauty blender, and you're just going to blend up under your eye, okay? Alright, next you want to take those same 2 shades and you want to do the same thing to your chin, your nose, and your forehead. If you conceal a different way, you know, just use your technique when it comes down to highlighting. But this is just a technique that I like to use. A lot of people are saying like it's the 2016 way, which I don't really care. I like this way, but it works for me. So again, we're taking that same beauty blender and we're just taking the bottom portion or the bigger portion of it, and we're just filling it. We're just blending it in. Alright, now that we're done with the highlighting portion, we're going to move on to our contouring part. Now, I like to use, like I was saying earlier in the video, I like to use my Fenty Beauty matchstick. This is in the color Truffle. I bought this during the summertime, y'all. So I was down in San Antonio when I bought this, and my face was a little darker because I had been outside majority of the time. So this does look a little dark compared to what I would normally use. But I've been using it for all my makeup looks. I haven't changed it out, and it still works perfectly fine for me. So I'm not going to complain. So when applying your contour, you want to contour pretty much all the spots that you feel necessary. So for me, I like to do my forehead, and I like to do the bridge of my nose, and I like to do my cheekbones, of course, and I like to do my neck simply because I have a little double chin, low key. But when you're doing your cheekbones, you want to suck in your cheeks, okay? So you can either do the fishy face or you can do that one, okay? So a lot of people do this. And when you're doing your cheekbone, you kind of want to go upward, and like you just want to find under your cheekbone and you want to just go up, okay? Or so that's one technique. You can do the fishy lips, or you can do the one that I normally do, which is, and then you want to just get your chin. Sometimes I like to go here too. Alright, next you're going to take a Ulta Beauty, this is an Ulta Beauty, I'm sorry, but you want to just take like an angled brush or a contour brush, which is usually angled and thick, and you just want to blend that in, okay? Alright, so when you're blending your contour, okay, like with your neck, you kind of want to go down to slim it. But with my cheekbones, I like to go upward. I know you can go down as well. I think down kind of slims it. And then going up kind of just, I don't know, like the difference between each one. I know, like if you go up, it kind of makes it look something like that. I don't know. Like I remember when I was watching tutorials on how to do stuff, and it was telling me like the difference. I just kind of stuck with going up just because it's easier for me. But as you can tell, I did not blend my nose simply because I use a different brush. I just like to use a flat foundation brush. It doesn't matter what brand. It's really just a flat foundation brush. And I like to go in. I just like to use the tip of that one and just do my nose. Just because my nose is already kind of small, and this brush is it's too big for my nose, if that makes sense. Like it just overdoes it. And you just want to do both sides. and that is your face. All right, next. So this is what I like to do. I know some people highlight before they do the finishing spray. All right. So I know some people like to highlight before they do their finishing spray. However, I like to do my finishing spray and then my highlight because it kind of brings the highlight out. So I'm just using the NYX or the NYX. I don't really know the name of it, but it's just a setting spray that I like to use. It's the matte finish, and I just kind of spray it a few times, however many times you feel comfortable, okay? And just let that dry. I know sometimes I like to air dry it if I'm rushing, or you can just sit there and wait like a minute or two and wait for it to dry, okay? All right, now that we are dry, our setting spray is dry, I'm going to move on to the highlight. So this is just a Sephora highlight palette that I like to use. And today we're just going to use, I wonder if it's a different highlight palette. So this is the Luminizing palette, okay, from Sephora. And I'm just going to take a buffing concealer brush. And I'm just going to take that. And I'm just going to go here with my highlight. I'm just going to do my nose. And I want to do my cheeks as well. Now it does look kind of splotchy right now, but I'm going to go in with the actual highlighting brush. This one is just the e.l.f. brush. And I'm just going to take that, a little bit more highlight, and I'm just going to smooth it out, okay? With our face, I just went back into my eyebrows with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the color black. I just used this as kind of like a gel, just to kind of finalize my eyebrows so they can stick for a day, okay? Next, we're gonna do eyelashes. I like to use the Falsies by Maybelline. It's just a mascara that I like to use, and I just kind of put it on my lashes a little bit. Why do I keep saying feel? So my lashes are kind of naturally long, y'all. I just like to wear lashes just because. So I put a little bit of that on there. And the lashes that I'm applying today, I'm looking for something, sorry. The lashes that I'm applying today are actually from the hair store. They were probably like $10, if that. They're really cheap and they look natural to me. Now if you want to look for if you want to go for a more natural look, I would get some shorter, but these are just the lashes that I like. I lost the original packaging because I've worn these like 2 or 3 times before, so I can't really tell y'all the name, but if I were to ever go to the hair store, I will let you guys know what brand, and then y'all can kind of figure that out. So I'm going to go in. This is like a duo pen. It's a very popular pen. I got it from a small black business that I'm actually going to put in the description box. She was very sweet and she sent it really, really fast. Okay, I forgot the name of it, but when I find it, I'm definitely going to put the description in the link. The link in the description. Sorry, y'all. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to literally base my eye with it. I just kind of messed up because I blinked, but it's okay. And it's like an eyeliner and a lash glue, so you can actually use it as a liner as well. I don't, because it makes my it makes my eyelids sticky. So if I were to use this while I was doing like a wing or something, I would do my wing with an actual eyeliner, and then I would go back in with this and kind of put it on top of the eyeliner and then put my lashes on. And y'all, I'm not perfect at doing liner, so it kind of looks splotchy a little bit. And I am a finger lash girl, so I put my lashes on with my finger and I just kind of place them on top of my actual lashes and I just stick them on there. Like I said, I've worn these lashes a few times. Oh, I just blinked, that hurt. I've used these lashes a few times, so they're not going to stick. right off the rip. You know, because like if you've been used a lot of times, then you know what I'm saying, you won't stick either. But like I said, I'm a finger lash girl, so I just take them, put them on top of my eyelashes, my real eyelashes, and I just hold it down for a few seconds. Try not to blink. I know it's kind of hard. I try not to blink too, because when you blink, it kind of moves your lash to where you don't want it, and that will stick. And then I just kind of take a little tweezers like that's arched a little bit, and I kind of just mesh them with my actual eyelash, and it looks kind of natural. Okay, and I just repeat that step with the other lash. Alright, you guys, now that we had both lashes on, we're going to move on to our, I'm just going to use the NYX color, what do you call this thing? The lip liner. I'm sorry, y'all. The lip liner, this is in the color Downtown Beauty. And I'm just going to take that and outline my lips, okay? Next, I'm going to take the NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Fortune Cookie, and it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. I'm just going to go in with that and literally just color my lips in. Alright. Once we're done with that, I just take some regular lip gloss. This is just lip gloss that I got from the hair store. This is like $1, y'all, so it's very affordable. And I just take that and I put a little bit on my lips. And instead of rubbing that in, you guys, I take, so this is like a little duo pen by NYX. It's like a Dazed and Diffused pen. I didn't really like the brown color on that, so I don't really use that one, but I do use the mixing brush. As you can tell, it got so much gloss on it, y'all. I just wipe that off on my little towel that I have here, and then I just rub it in. Y'all, it's a nice little tool that I like to use, and it blends your lip gloss so well. Alright, y'all, and that is the completed look. I want to go do my hair offline, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys. Ooh, not my light turning off, bro. I'm going to come back and show you guys the final look, okay? Alright, you guys, so that was the full tutorial. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. I will put the links in the description box, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more makeup tutorials. Alright, you guys, bye.